Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Rachel from Wraps by Rachel. And today I went to a multifamily garage sale as well as to the unique thrift. And I picked up a bunch of really cool stuff. Oh, I also went to the Salvation Army up in Frederick, Maryland. And Karma, of course, is coming to say hello and to give his opinion about all the new things that are coming here into the house. So I got a really bunch of cool stuff. So let's go ahead and he's kissing me. Let's go ahead, Karma, come on. Okay, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So I got a bunch of really great books, pretty much mostly children's books. Let's start with, we have Madeline in London, and I don't remember Madeline in London. This may be like kind of a later book in the Madeline series. I'm just kind of looking. This copyright 1980. Copyright was renewed in 1989, but it's from 1961. I guess my mom just never bought this particular Madeline book for me. But I got this, and this is super exciting. I got another copy of The Cat That Climbed the Christmas Tree. I think that will kind of be a popular junk journal come Christmas time. These will be that will be available on my Etsy shop later. So these are pretty cool. These apparently are the Golden Book children's dictionary. So I got P through S and S through Z. They didn't have the other copies of the books. That's a shame. Apparently the sloth is in there. So if I just kind of open it up, it's just really quite nice. I love children's dictionaries. It's really a nice way to do embellishments. Either, so this is kind of pretty right here where it says script, and then it shows handwriting and printing that looks like handwriting, so all men are created equal. Sea, and then here's like the little boat on the sea, things along those lines. So if I have a particular theme or a word that's part of a junk journal that I want to do, either I will just like kind of cut out the one word or I'll cut out the whole page. Depends on what my mood is. I have quite a number of children's dictionaries, but I love them. So whenever I see them, especially really nice ones like these, and I haven't seen these ones before, I do get them. So let's go ahead and put that over here to the side. So this is a wildflower guidebook. It was $3. That's a little more than I usually spend, but this book was pretty nice. And it's got a lot of really nice little drawings here, and a lot of, divides things up into like where you might find things, and these are kind of, just really pretty. And it says that there's 20 science projects in here and 180 different color pictures, as well as the just the inside cover is just really pretty. And so this is definitely, there's apparently Patty. There's maybe somebody wanted to show something to Patty on here. Just randomly opened up to that. But this is pretty nice. And I will totally be fussy cutting this and making envelopes and things like that. So putting that to the side. I found a nice newer copy of Horton Hears a Who. I do have a particular former colleague. She is also a lactation consultant like I am, but she is also a speech language pathologist. So I'm going to make her a Horton Hears the Who book. Okay, so I do have other copies of Madeline, including that Madeline in London, but this is sealed in the package. It is a 75th anniversary edition of Madeline, and it has a hardcover like slip book jacket that goes with it, and apparently this slip case includes a freestanding pop-up of Paris, and this is just adorable. And guess what? I paid $1.29 for this. I am pretty sure that this book is at least $10-15 if you were to buy this in the bookstore or from Amazon. So that was a great deal. Oh my gosh, I love Madeline. Okay, So this next book here is, and I've been finding a number of these kinds of things lately, the Color Scheme Bible. What I like about it is it has a spiral ring, so that makes it really easy to just, you know, open this up and lay it flat. But look at this. It shows like different kind of color combos, and I'm digging this where it says pea and lime, energetic and juicy. And progressive, fresh, and modern. So just these individual pages would probably look really beautiful in any junk journal, especially if I'm kind of coordinating up the themes of the various types of color. Apparently this is masculine and polished. So those look like different kinds of mustard colors to me. Not particularly colors that are my favorite, but yeah, I guess that is kind of masculine. So, all right, moving this to the side. Okay, so moving this little chunk of things over here. So the garage sale that I went to, it was like a big cul-de-sac type thing, and there were like 6 different houses that different people had where they were selling stuff at their garage sale. And this one lady had a pile of these old little 45 records, and a big sign on them said free, take as many as you want. And I was like, well, you don't have to ask me twice. So I'm probably going to do some kind of craft project with these. Maybe I will make these like into like wall clocks or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but basically what I did is I went through, and most of them, these were all scratched up anyway, so it's not like anybody's going to particularly be playing them. But I'm going to kind of flip through. So there's a couple of copies of these Deca ones, and some of them have like names on them, but I can like use the other side. It's kind of pretty. I picked all the ones that had the this one says Kama Sutra. Racy. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these, but they were free and I'm super excited. And this one here with the diamond, that one's pretty too. So yeah, so I got these records and those were free. So let's go ahead and put those to the side. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up here on camera. So one of the stores is called Value Village Unique Thrift. So this particular one, like half of the store is Value Village, and then the other half of the store is Unique Thrift. And basically, it's the same company, but the difference is where you buy this stuff, they donate to different charities. So I guess when people donate things, they're like, okay, yeah, like for example, I want my stuff to go to the lupus charity, and so those things would be sold through Value Village as opposed to a cancer society, which might be sold, across the way. And so it's almost like there's 2 different entrances to it, but it's like one great big thing. Anyhow, so they often have these packages of like old cards and notes and things like that. And I was like, ooh, look at this. And we've got this kind of nice Mary Engelbreit. It looks like there's a couple copies of this. It was $1.99 for this pack. And let's just go ahead and see what's in here, shall we? You never know. I mean, the rest of it could be complete crap. Okay, so we have Mary Engelbreit. We'll work for food, then take like 2 bites and walk away. Is that you, Karma? Do you do that? Oh, so look at these. These are a bunch of cards from the New Yorker. I kind of thought there would be a bunch of cards from the Mary Engelbreit, but let's see what we have. So it's always good dog, never great dog. The emergence of language. We need to talk. Uh-oh. That's cute. Okay. Gucci. Aw, so it's kind of a trendy mom saying Gucci to her little baby. On the internet, nobody knows you're a dog. That would be true. I was a dog in a previous life, but I came back as a god. That's what the cat is saying to the dog. Okay, well, these are weird. Missy Fissy, 13 months to 12 months. Okay, before you know it, your baby will be walking and talking, and within the blink of an eye, driving. Capture each special month, put the sticker on on their shirt, and then take a picture. Okay, well, I may be able to kind of creatively cover up the months, but this is new and sealed in the package, so maybe I will gift this to somebody. I don't know. Oops. So here's like a dog card. Here's like a beach card. Here's like the envelope for the dog card, and put that together. Here's like some pretty like artwork cards, and here's some postcards. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, whoops. Let's see. Here's another like artwork card. It says The Young Bride. Another copy of The Young Bride. Greetings from California. It doesn't look like this. Weird. An artist's journey beyond the grid. It's like a retrospective postcard for like an art show. We are constantly invited to be what we are. Henry David Thoreau. That's pretty deep, isn't it? Yeah. Here's another copy of that one thing. Oh, this is kind of cool. It's sealed in the package. Leaf in Nature, Your Special Memory. Oh, it's a bookmark, but it's a bookmark that's kind of like a brocade butterfly. That's kind of cool. Here's another card. Very, some kind of Bible quote on there. Vintage looking paper. Bunch of like art show type things. Multicultural. Here's more of that same Chris Gunea retrospective. Cowgirl Way. Chris. See, I didn't think that this was the kind of stuff that was going to be in here. I thought it was all going to be like Mary Engelbite crap. They really ripped me off. Ripped me off. But no, this stuff is so cool. All the World's a Stage, painting by Hugh Morris. Postcard. Here is picture of vintage New York. That's kind of cool. Oh, here's apparently from like that same set as the butterfly, but here is a bird in a cage. That's pretty. Cowgirl Way, vintage New York, vintage New York, World's Stage. Lonely Bob brings a heart-shaped box of chocolates to his sheep, Flaky. Okay, seriously, this is arguably one of the creepiest things that I have seen. It's like, what do I even do with this? Like, okay, I have to show this to certain friends because they'll just weirdly kind of think it's hilarious. But that is like bestiality humor, farm humor. I don't know. Creepy, creepy, creepy. I am setting that to the side. I may have to burn that with a big torch. There's more of the Cowgirl Way. Here's more like art show postcards. Love. That one's nice. Here's like a little portrait. Totally not what I thought I was getting. Here's a postcard of like a Japanese temple. Some roses. And here's another one of those sort of bookmarky things. This one is a rose. These are gorgeous. I'm loving that. Okay, San Francisco. More duplicate kind of postcards. This is kind of like Native American. Okay. Let's see what this says. Mrs. Baumblatt suddenly realizes she has spent her entire life cooking and cleaning for other people. Mrs. Baumblatt, she was a devoted laundress. And from her, she's saying, shit. Exactly. You know, nobody's going to remember that you cooked and cleaned. Nobody's going to remember that you were really good at folding laundry. They're going to remember the interactions that you had with them. Hang on, I'm getting my shiny face in here. Okay, hi, how are you? So I often talk about how I am a descendant of Joyce Marcus. Joyce Marcus was my maternal grandmother. She was just this really cool hippie old lady, super radical. She would like fight the power. She would like march on town city hall. She like ran for, I think she was like a council member for Bridgewater, Massachusetts. She was a reference librarian, but she was just, I'm laughing about it. She was a super shitty housekeeper. And guess what? I take after her. See, like there's like piles of stuff over there waiting to be organized. It will get organized eventually, but you know, that's just not my immediate priority. And nobody's gonna remember. Who cares? Like that's the kind of stuff that my grandmother would say. And she was just, if you knew Joyce Marcus, you knew somebody really, really special. She was just awesome. But yeah, that's the kind of shit. No, they're gonna remember me for my freaking laundry. Oh my God. All right, so like I'm gonna put my shiny face out of here and make sure we're back in frame. Whoops, sorry about that. I didn't mean to. But yeah, this postcard is hilarious, and yeah, that is totally my sense of humor. Okay, so more of the postcards. Oh, here's one. Snowflake on turning 40. Raging on ahead, times raging on ahead, times raging on ahead. It's desolate, times raging on ahead, times raging on ahead. 1978. It is. Okay, so here's another little art postcard. Here are sheep on vacation. Okay, that's acceptable. All right, here's another New York, the New Yorker comic postcard. I'm sorry, dear, I wasn't listening. Could you repeat what I said what you said since we've been married? Okay, so that is that. Whoops. So moving on to some other things. I got this for $3 at the garage sale. It says Craftable. First of all, I'm loving this really interesting, pretty tin, which wants to reflect the light that I'm using to kind of light up for this video. But when you open this up, I'm trying not to break a nail. By the way, I stopped biting my fingernails, and this is a direct result of the coronavirus and wearing masks and trying not to put your fingers in your face. So I've painted them. Isn't that nice? But anyhow, so I have brand new fingernails. I've never really had fingernails in my whole life. And so I'm like learning how to do things with my hands without breaking nails. They're not super long yet, but they're gonna get there. Okay, so I've opened this up, and basically what this is a crafting kit, and it shows you how to make different kinds of for crafty kids. That would be me. Crafty kid right here. For crafty kids 8 years and older, it makes 2 sets of arm cuffs, and I am just crazy excited about this because it's basically just some supplies to like get you started for jewelry making. Because putting my shiny face here again, because you know I need more crafting things to do. I don't have enough to occupy my time and my shiny face. And so I have some supplies, and they may not be the greatest, and that's okay. It's going to be great for while I'm learning how to do stuff. And there we go. Okay, so putting this back down. So I have 3, and they're colored. I don't know if there's a difference. Oh yeah, apparently there is. Okay, so that one has like a longer nose and thinner than this jobber. And we have this one too. That one seems to be kind of the biggest. So we've got 3 sets of these like little these little pliers, and then there is some like crafting coil and some like little beads, and I guess this means that I'll start buying beads now. These are cute. These are like little I'm just trying to see if you can see, like little tiny flowers. Those are adorable. And so that is, and there's something else in here. Oh, and here's like a little file, I guess, for like polishing the edges of your wire so that it's not quite so sharp and spiky. But yeah, so not only did I get like a really cool box, I got some crafting supplies for learning how to do jewelry making. All right, super psyched. So as you can see, I've just got a lot of really cool stuff here. These were at the garage sale for $1. These are flashcards in Spanish. So either if you have a child who is being taught in Spanish, or if Spanish is a second language, that sort of thing. So we have a bunch of flashcards, and it seems like they're all here. And so like we have like, I just randomly opened this. So estrella, this would be like a star or starfish. Yep, estrella. There we go. And so here's some instructions in Spanish and English. And so like you would H, what is for H, we have helado, that means ice cream. And so yeah, these are pretty cool. So I'm excited. These will make really neat, some neat journaling cards. Maybe if I'm doing something that's like multilingual, there we have it. Okay, so here's another pack that I am going to open up. This one you can see what's inside, and it was $2.99 for these things. And the reason I got this was because we have this Alice in Wonderland card game. And I was like, okay, that in and of itself is worth $3 to me, but then there's some other stuff in here as well. So let's go ahead and open that up. Opening. So it kind of feels like maybe there's a few cards missing. It doesn't feel completely full. That's okay. You know, this is the risk. Maybe not. I don't know. Hard to tell. So the back of this card, not particularly like screaming, hey, this is Alice in Wonderland. It's just kind of random Victorian. Here are some instructions for the game. And just kind of opening this up. So here's a griffon. Find the griffon and the lobster. That's the mock turtle. Here's the lobster. These are really pretty. Here we go. Maybe it's like a memory game when you find the one thing and then you have to like read it and find the other things. I'd have to read the game to see what exactly to do, but I am going to be making all kinds of stuff with this. This is, oh, here's Father William showing all of us his nether regions there. The Youth Astounded. So this is like the original artwork. This is great. Here's the Queen. So you get the idea. These are great. I'm super excited about this card pack. Apparently Alice in Wonderland is the original artwork, and the original story has the copyright has expired. So you're probably going to start seeing a whole lot of Alice in Wonderland stuff coming out in the near future, because the companies that are putting out new Alice in Wonderland products are they don't have to pay anybody royalties. Now the Disney Alice in Wonderland still is in copyright, but the original artwork, no. Okay. Snappy Desserts. One very unique deck. Every card matches in exactly one way, and it's sealed, so that's a bonus. Here's some kind of instruction thing. This is huge. On how to play the game. It says it's from the makers of Uno. Using my new fingernails here to try and open this card pack. And I am just failing. Putting the trash here to the side. I mean, these are just kind of neat and cool. You know, it's not necessarily something that I would pick for myself, but you know, these I might be able to utilize these. Snappy dressers. I thought it was snappy desserts. That doesn't make any sense though, does it? Snappy dressers makes sense, and snappy desserts. You know, here's my shiny face again. Sometimes you see what you want to see when you're thrifting, and my brain saw the word desserts, probably because I was like, cookies and cakes and things like that. But no, it's snappy dressers. Okay. That's all right. Moving along. Putting this back down. I'm having great fun here today. Okay. Putting these little cards in the box. Putting that to the side. Okay, so the next thing that was in here, these are some multiplication flashcards. Pretty standard kinds of things. But these could be distressed and made to look really cool. And I could probably use them for either collaging or that sort of thing. Okay, I'm trying to save the very best thing here for the last. All right, so coming up towards the end here. This was $1.99, and this looks like a complete, it looks like there's two A through, there's something in the middle here. Let me open this up. You can see this is naturally distressed. This is part of the vintage charm. So here is like an A through Z. Here's like, you know what? I think what I was seeing that I thought was in the middle was probably this weirdo band here, but it looks like there's just two complete sets of these A to Z cards. I'm gonna say these are probably like 5x9 maybe. Is that like a standard size for index cards? Like maybe for putting in like a box. Maybe I'll use these for organizing my ephemera. Maybe I will use these as the base for various journaling cards or some such, but putting that over to the side. Okay, what else do I got here? So didn't really do very much with the golden books today, but I did find a copy of Baby Listens, which is not a book that I am familiar with, although it is officially a classic, and so it's being reprinted, and this feels like it's, you know, like brand new. Like the back cover has never even been bent, but it's illustrated by Eloise Wilkin, and I love her style. She has just this very distinct style. These chubby little arms and stuff. This is just super cute. And yeah, so this will go into my collection of books to ultimately make into junk journals, or for just me to enjoy. And that's okay. So I am not familiar with this cartoon, Silly Lily, but a first comic for brand new readers. And I just was like, you know, the name Silly Lily kind of called to me, and then when I pulled this out, I was like, oh, look at that, how cute is that? And I love, look at Silly, she's like, I can be anything. So clearly Silly Lily is a sassy pants, and I love a sassy pants girl, because I certainly was one and continue to be. And just if I kind of flip through, so you know, here's the 7 days of the week. Here she is kind of playing with bugs, and now she's made like a little bug city, and here she is being a vampire and pretending. So so on this day she's pretending to be a teacher, and I just thought this was adorable. And I'm not sure if I will make this into a journal. I'm not sure if I will just kind of cut these individual pictures out, and I just don't know, but I'm just kind of loving this. This is copyright 2010, so this is, you know, pretty new for me anyway, kind of book. And so there's a reason I don't know Silly Lily, because when this book came out, my daughter would have been 10 years old and way too old for this book. But if she was a little girl, she probably would have liked this. Okay. I'm going to put my shiny face here, and I'm going to tell the story of this next stuff that I got. Okay. Hello. Hi, how are you? All right. So when I was at the Salvation Army up in Frederick, Maryland, I was perusing around, and, you know, like I got a couple things. And I saw what I'm about to show you, and I was like, ooh, these are beautiful. But they weren't priced. And what they are is they're music sheets. And so I'm just gonna like look how pretty that is. Pull up another one just really quick. Look how pretty that is. But I'm gonna flip through these in just a moment. So I gathered the 10 prettiest of this stack. The other ones were either okay, or they were kind of like, you know, a little too damaged for me, that sort of thing. I mean, I'm okay with like a little bit of pencil, or a little bit of dog ears, or, you know, some fraying of the edges and things like that. But, you know, if something's like really falling apart and just, you know, like threadbare and, you know, missing pages or whatever, then no, I'm not, or kind of just was not the greatest looking. And then I set it to the side. But I picked the 10 prettiest, and when I went over to where the cash register was, and it was just like one guy who was like working there, and he was talking with a bunch of different people as they were kind of coming and going, and he was, you know, just being charming and delightful, and just clearly a, you know, good guy. And so I said, all right, well, I'm interested in buying these couple of things, but what's the price for these songbooks, these music sheets? And he said, well, it depends. And I was kind of like, what? Like, what do you mean it depends? And I'm thinking it depends on how many you have, or, you know, like maybe if you could get more, I'll give you a better price, whatever. So he says, what are you going to do with them? Are you going to play music with them? And I said, oh, no, I don't know how to play music, but I mean, these are really beautiful. And I am going to do some really pretty crafting things with them. And he says, $1. And I'm thinking, okay, well, so that's, you know, I got 10 books, so that's $10, fine, you know, $1 a piece is reasonable. And he's like, no, $1 for all 10. And I was like, seriously? And he says, yeah, well, you know, you seem like a nice person, and you're going to do something really cool and fun with these. And these are some pretty complicated music sheets, and I don't think anybody's going to be playing music from them. I mean, nobody does that anymore, takes piano lessons or things like that, and gets sort of to this level. And so yeah, they've been in my shop for a long time, and I'll sell all of them to you for $1. And I was like, sold. So this is like, that's my greatest, coolest thing. I mean, I think that the records that I got that were free, that's pretty cool too, but let me show you what these are. So, okay, let me put this back down. Get out of the way. Okay. Putting these kind of in frame here. So here we have Chopin, and there's, you know, just a bunch of different things that are in here. I mean, look at this. There's just like this like natural patina from where this was like taped, and just, I mean, I can't read music, but that just looks like crazy serious impressiveness. So the musician's library, and I guess these are other things that are available in the series. So we have Chopin, and then I've got a bunch of different ones that are Beethoven sonatas. And I mean, just like, look at this cover. This originally was priced at 70 cents to buy this. I have no idea what year this would have been printed. Okay, 1894. 1894 for this one. And I mean, look at all these crazy notes. I mean, that just, wow. So yeah, this is just really something else. So we have Beethoven sonatas. Here are more Beethoven sonatas. This was for $1. I'm not sure if this is the same thing. Opus 2, number 1. It might just be a later printing. So I'm just going to look right here. I'm wondering if this is the same thing. It's just, you know, later. This one says copyright 1894. I think that one was that year too, but yeah, it's green instead of blue. And then we have a different color green. Looks like the same thing to me. This one was 85 cents. Copyright 1894. Then we have a bunch of these ones from Mozart. Originally 70 cents, and that probably was a lot of money back in, you know, in the 1800s. This would be 1918, but 70 cents was probably a lot of money in those times. And we just like look at this. It's just, oh my God! I just can't even say enough things about 10 cents each for buying these. I mean, they are just phenomenal, stellar, cool, beautiful. Here we have some Schubert, 75 cents originally. Copyright 1906. Copyright renewal 1934. So this is, you know, later. Schumann. Different companies printing this. And somebody in this one made like a bunch of notes to themselves. I mean, this is somebody who probably really knew what the hell they were doing as far as playing this, but the notes are really cool. I am leaving that the way it is and just rocking out with that one. Look at this guy. Deep Purple. This was originally 60 cents. Modern composition for the piano. So they're talking about this composer, and then like in 1923 he did this, and I'm looking for a copyright date. Copyright 1934. So this is like a composition. Look at this guy. I mean, like, did I sweep up with this or what? I mean, this is just some crazy talk. So somebody wrote their name, Thelma G. Price. The Modern Library Movements from Famous Symphonic Poems. Price 20 cents. The cover alone, this is stunning. I mean, look at the color. Look at, I mean, this artwork is just beautiful. It just speaks to me. Printed in the U.S. Copyright 1943. This paper is just very yellowed, very, very aged. Also, we've got like Witch's Dance from Night on Bald Mountain. Romeo and Juliet. All kinds of stuff on here. There's like a little vintage advertisement for more collections of music. and all the other books that are like in this modern library series. 9 by 12, 32 pages, regular sheet music size. Fabulous. Okay, this particular one is probably missing some pages. That's okay, I still love it. Somebody wrote their name up here. So we have Dream of Love by Liebenstrom. Probably mangling the German there, but Liebenstrom by Franz Liszt. And I'm when I can't speak and I can't choose words, you know that I'm just really, really moved by something. But I love this artwork because this guy kind of reading a book, lounging, kind of with a little bit of a, hey, come hither, you know, little hints of homosexuality going in there. Loving. And it's almost like he's looking at this guy and this guy's kind of looking at him, and somebody did that on purpose. So anyhow, this is this piece of music, and like I said, it looks like there's some pages that may be missing. It's hard to say because I don't know, but this is beautiful. And then this, I mean, look at the colors. To a Wild Rose from Woodland Sketches, piano solo and duet. So apparently on page 40, 35, and 50, there were, you know, various things from the Boston Music Company in Boston, Massachusetts. And well, here's 2 and 3. I don't know, maybe that's it. It's hard to say. Anyhow, this is just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I did really well today, and coming back over here. So keep your eyes open. You know, just always be on the lookout for things that are special. Don't be afraid to ask, well, how much is this? Because I assumed that those music sheets were going to be way more than what they were. And, you know, if you're a nice person and you tell people what you're going to do, sometimes like you get a really good deal. So I didn't even ask for a good deal. I mean, I just got one. That's just fantastic. So hopefully you enjoyed this particular haul. I am going to have great fun with all this stuff. And, you know, if you like this video, please, you know, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, give me a comment. I would love to chat with you about what I found or like what I'm doing with it, that sort of thing. Like, I am dying to know, like, what do you do also? If you have a channel, I will totally subscribe to your channel, and we can be, you know, like YouTube friends. Isn't that cool and fun? So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. And I will be posting more videos like this whenever I go to my next thrift store type haul. I also do page by page flip throughs when I complete projects, things along those lines. I do all kinds of different sorts of videos on here, just whatever sort of suits my fancy, and you never know what's going to come out of my mouth. Anyhow, have a great day.